So, Ivan Demidov. Big topic in Montreal, isn't he? He's a guy that the overwhelming majority of people in the Montreal Canadiens bubble, from executives to fans to media to players, the majority of people are extremely excited to see Ivan Demidov suit up for the Canadiens. That in which he didn't yesterday, by the way. Habs lost to the Ottawa Senators. They lost a chance to clinch yesterday. They'll try again later on. But Ivan Demidov is a guy whose presence on the team, whose presence in Canada, had garnered so much attention and a whole bunch of conversation. So many people are excited. But it turns out that one of the folks that does not really seem to be all too excited in any way happens to be another guy that we've been speaking a lot about this season. It's none other than Patrik Laine. Because 2 days ago, when Ivan Demidov had signed his contract with the Canadiens and was on his way to to Toronto from Istanbul, we had ourselves some comments made by Patrik Laine on TVA Sports' website that I wanted to go out there and read here with you. So I'm going to leave a link in the description to the article on tva.ca, because it is going to be there. It's a French article. We translated it to English. It's just easier for me to screenshot it and put it on the screen. Not everyone in the Canadiens' entourage is overly excited about the arrival of young Ivan Demidov. Just ask Patrik Laine. The forward didn't have much to say about the 19-year-old who will join the team in the coming hours. He's Russian, and he's left-handed. That's pretty much it, the Finn said candidly about Ivan Demidov's arrival with the Canadiens. And you know what, Patrik? You're right. Absolutely right. Ivan Demidov is Russian, and he is left-handed. Oh boy, nobody's gonna learn anything from that, but what an interesting way to respond to a question about, what do you know about this guy? What's he about? How is he? I mean, yeah, he's Russian and he's left-handed. That's all Patrik Laine has to say about Ivan Demidov. Now, I get it. You can say that there is some reservation being held here. We had made the video yesterday about how Marty St. Louis was not really quick to speak up about Ivan Demidov or say anything, really, about the guy. He just said, yeah, Demidov's probably going to join the team in a little bit, and then he deflected other questions about Ivan Demidov. And that is totally understandable from the perspective of the guy who is going to coach the player. You don't want to see St. Louis get all hyped up and excited and making all these promises about how good he's going to be before the guy even steps foot in the locker room. That's understandable. But for a player, a teammate, to go out there and pretty much do the same thing in an even more blunt and, quite frankly, humorous way, that's interesting to me. Now, I'm not trying to imply anything about Patrik Laine's personality or something from this video. I'm just trying to say, hey, he just said that Laine's perception on Demidov is that Demidov is a left-handed Russian dude, and that's it. This article then goes out there and goes over some contrast. Take a look at this. It's not quite the same approach as Lane Hutson, who instead indicated that he wanted to help Demidov in his integration with the Habs, just as he himself had to go through this ordeal just a year ago. And that perspective is understandable too. You know why? Because Lane Hutson is a total hockey nut. We've been seeing this throughout the course of the year. Who is out there when the players are not practicing? It's Lane Hutson. Who is out there thinking and talking and breathing hockey even when the games aren't being played? It's Lane Hutson. When Sammy Montembeault and Lane Hutson were playing Madden on the Montreal Canadiens live stream, Lane was like, yeah, Ivan Demidov scored today. He's looking really good. That guy's so talented. You can tell that Lane Hutson is a fan of the game. He's one of these younger dudes that is just obsessed with everything hockey-related, and the mere presence of Ivan Demidov on the team is something that gets him excited. He is really amped up to be able to witness that firsthand. Laine, on the other hand, probably not. And it's great to see the contrast between these two guys, especially since they are so linked themselves. Hudson to Laine, one-timer shoots, he scores. How many times have we seen that? There's a great chemistry between the two. But in terms of their personalities and talking about things and acknowledging the younger prospects of the future, no, it's totally different. Could not be any more different. Returning to Laine, he later confided that he does not follow the activities of the KHL, and he finds European hockey to be boring. I don't watch the KHL anymore, but apparently Demidov has good skills. European hockey is boring because of the size of the rinks. It's slower. I prefer it here. There's less skating. It's an adjustment all Europeans have to make. It's the best league in the world, and he's coming in just as the playoffs are about to start. It's not the easiest transition, the 26-year-old later analyzed. This article then at the end says Laine can never be accused of being tongue-tied, and then Demidov will arrive in Toronto on Thursday and is expected to be joined by the club in the Queen City after the game against the Sens in Ottawa. So it's really interesting, Patrik Laine's response to Ivan Demidov, not really taking any chances to hype up the player or to acknowledge his skills. He's just kind of saying, yeah, apparently he's got good skills. But the transition from European bigger KHL ice to NHL ice is something that you have to make note of. Again, Patrik Laine very emphatically voicing his opinion on just how European-styled hockey flows and just the way the game is played. And he's not using that to discredit Ivan Demidov. He's not talking smack about the guy. He's just not buying into the hype at all. I get it, there are some Canadiens fans that are expecting Ivan Demidov to be an immediate point-per-game caliber contributor, and honestly, I'm one of them, but Patrik Laine is not biting on it yet. He wants to see the guy in action. He wants to see the guy on the ice in the NHL. He wants to see the guy in practice and just wants to get familiar. It's the same thing with Marty St. Louis. So even though these comments from Laine are really like, okay, you can respond to this by saying, what the hell, Laine? Really? Like, you're not even going to be excited for the guy? You're not going to say anything to hype up your own player? There's nothing in these comments that screams any form of excitement at all. Like, I get that there are some fans that can respond to these comments in that way. They could be like, oh, why is Laine trying to gatekeep the Montreal Canadiens? Why is he making it seem like an exclusive thing that Ivan Demidov cannot be a part of? Oh, he's played European hockey and he's a KHL guy and he needs to make this adjustment. And he's coming in here just as the playoffs are about to begin. Like, there's a sense of elitism there, right? Like, there are some people that I have seen talking like that in response to these Laine comments, but really, I think there's no ill will behind this. This is just Laine being Laine. He's not really gonna immediately give the new guy all the praises that some Canadiens fans are giving him, and thus he's trying to justify why. He's saying, yeah, there is a European adjustment that needs to be made. He's not saying that Demidov can't do it, he's just saying that Demidov is joining the Montreal Canadiens at the most important time of the year. And that's all he's saying. I mean, if there's anybody that's going to be able to use this opportunity, the most important games of the year for the Montreal Canadiens, a team that is super stoked with a dedicated fan base, all wanting to see this team do something of substance in the playoffs, then yeah, the pressure is absolutely on for Ivan Demidov, and Laine is right in that there is an adjustment that needs to be made. The tone, though, and the way these comments read out is certainly interesting, and I wanted you to let me know your thoughts in the comment section. What are your opinions about these really strange Patrik Laine comments on Ivan Demidov? I think it's reasonable, but at the same time, this is something that only Patrik Laine would go out there and say. Nobody would talk about Demidov like this. They would just be a lot more preserved in being able to say, yeah, he's a good player, he's talented, he's going to come over and hopefully help out our team. Laine's like, yeah, no, he's left-handed and he's Russian. Apparently he's got some pretty good skills, but he's got to really change up the way he plays here in North America. It's the best league in the world, and now he's coming when the playoffs are starting. He's not going to give Ivan Demidov any benefits of the doubt right away. And that's okay. At least, that's what I think. You can let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I hope you enjoyed this video. And bye.